Hi guys, how are you doing? Hope that you're good. Here I am again in my back garden. I am hopefully going to get through this video without it chucking it down. It has started to rain a little bit. What I wanted to talk to you today was about the concrete slabs here. When I first moved to this house, nearly 9 years ago now, November 2013, this yellow slab here, count 4 along, you reach the other yellow slab and then go along the garden. That was all that was here. These are oblong shaped slabs. So you had 4 along, and then you went from a yellow, 2 grey, a yellow. There would have been 2 more grey, a yellow, 2 more grey, so on until the end. But yeah, I got this idea that I wanted stones like intermittent throughout the pathway. So a friend of mine helped me pull this section out. It's here. There's 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that other yellow one. So I needed 4 more to get this little kind of square patio area. And lo and behold, up the road round the corner, I was 4 in a man's garden. I think they'd been there a little while before I decided that I needed them. So again, you know, the creator knows what you need even before you ask. And I knocked on this man's door and he said, you know what, if you can lift them, if you can carry them away, you can have them. So let me have them for nothing. And all these other little bits and bobs as well. These square ones, the little bricks. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little square ones here. And those are the 2 there with the pots on. I've got others over the other side in between the veg beds. 1 there and 1 there. Oh, I'm forgetting these ones here. There's 3 other square ones surrounded by little bricks. I mean, I didn't pay for any of it. Just knock on people's doors and say, do you want to get rid of those slabs and bricks, whatever, and you can take them free. It won't cost anything. Because like I said, when I first moved here, I mean, I'll tell you something, I was so miserable. I didn't want to spend a penny on the house, and I mean, I endured it for a few years, and thankfully I come through. The last few years, 3-4 years, has been, particularly the last 3 years, I've been quite happy here. But yeah, it is an area of social housing, so you're just given the basics. Like I said, I had that L-shaped pathway, and there's 1 evergreen hedge at the back, or shrub should I say, back of the garden here, tucked away. That one right there, and the rest was a horrible couch grass. So yeah, I'm quite proud of what I've achieved. I mean, it's taken its time. There was no plan. Maybe if I'd sat down and had a drawn out plan, I might have got it done quicker. But with a makeshift garden like this, I guess what you find dictates. You know, I found all that wood for the veg beds over there. I was again dumped up the road round the corner about a year before I decided I wanted a veg beds. The wood was like pristine. Apart from these metal bits on the side, I think it had been taken out of a loft conversion or something like that. You see these little metal bits on the edge, like sharp. But I use them to fit nets around sometimes, so that works. All worked out good. But yeah, what I wanted to talk about today was a tree. I've cut this cherry tree back. If you can see fresh areas of wood on the branches. Because this area here is the sunniest part of the garden, but this year it had no sunshine and I could hardly grow anything in the greenhouse. It was just in near shade nearly complete shade most of the day. So with the ladder that I found, I was able to get up there quite securely and cut some branches off. But the drawback is you can see straight through to the terrace behind. This area, there's 3 rows of 8 houses each. And that's another whole series of videos one day on the design of this area. But But yeah, I've been busy in the garden. I've pulled up this little square patch here that was full of Jamaican callaloo, and it had gone to seed, so I saved the seeds, and I've cleared the bed. And what else? I bought some pansies. I'm not sure. Sometimes they don't flower until maybe next year. I don't think I'll get too much out of them. I've got 3 pots of them, and I put some out the front. And I've also bought another angel's wings plant. I had these 2, and in fact this was 1 plant last year, and I separated it earlier this year, and I like to plant in 3s. It's best to plant in odd numbers, so I thought I'll get another one. I got that from a nearby town, Dunstable, sister town to Luton, for £4. And I'm really pleased with this. Look, my little geranium decided to flower again. It flowered earlier on in the year. This one's trying. This one's trying to come out. It's red also, same colour as that. But yeah, aside from the garden, law of attraction, what have I had manifest this week? Well, 14th of August it was. I was with a friend of mine, and they went to purchase something, and the cash point came up insufficient. At the checkout, it came out insufficient funds. So we checked out his bank balance, hole in the wall, and there was less than a tenner in this bank account. So do you know what I said to myself? I'm gonna do law of attraction for my friend, that they're walking along the road one day and they find money. It's 20 quid. And how long went by? About just over 2 weeks went by. It was this week, earlier this week. What are we on today? Monday. So it would have been like last Friday, Thursday or Friday. Anyway, strolling along the road, and would you believe it, just this notes just blown along by the wind. And he said, "Is that money? Is that money?" And I said, "Yeah, it is." So we both made a grab for these notes that were just gently blown across the road by the Pelican Crossing, and I can't say I risked my life for 30 quid, but the cars were moving along. But anyway, yeah, I was well pleased, and I know immediately. I thought, this is law of attraction. And in my mind, when I did the law of attraction for my friend, I said to myself, I imagined them ringing me up and saying, "Guess what? I found 20 quid. I was walking on the road and I found £20." And I didn't expect to be with the person as it actually happened. And I do believe again that is Heavenly Father, that when He gives in abundance, you get more than you ask for, really. Because I asked for them to find 20 quid. They found 20, and I picked up the 30. The 30 was nearing me, and he ran after the £20. And so I wasn't expecting any to come my way, but it did too. And then I'd say less than 10 minutes later, maybe 5 minutes later, walking down the road, he saw this guy that he'd helped out. And he just opened his wallet and said, "Now, let me give you a little something." And so he got, within 10 minutes, he got another £20. So we ended up with £40, and I ended up with £30. And I'm just like, wow, this law of attraction, it really does work. I mean, I could have done law of attraction for him to walk along the road and find 100 quid, but it's easier, a little £20, just to prove that it's doable, and it worked. What else? Yeah, they were reminiscing on the high school days, and he had a friend who, a bit cheekily, went into Woolworths and picked up a pick and mix cup and helped himself to the pick and mix sweets, and walked around the shop munching on these free sweeties. And he was saying about, you just had the guts to do it. And again, within the week, I was in Wilkinson's in the town, in the mall, and I saw a lady that I knew. She was around the pick and mix. I thought, she's getting some sweets for her grandchildren or whatnot. And then she came over to me. She didn't have a cup in her hand, but she had a hard-boiled sweet, and she unwrapped it. And she said, "Yes, I am. I eat in a sweetie I just got from the pick and mix section." And she popped it in her mouth. And I'm like, in my head, I didn't say nothing to her, obviously, but I'm just thinking, wow, man, this is law of attraction. And my friend was talking to me about how they used to do that as schoolboys, and then I actually see it, excuse me, in action, in front of me. And I mean, you could say it's a coincidence, but no, to me, it's just like law of attraction, just having a sense of humour, maybe, I don't know. Just showing me that your thoughts are connected to reality. Anyway, yeah, I hope that you're good, and yeah, next time, take care. Bye for now.